Hello, everybody. I bring you greetings from the Mumbai Kidney Foundation. I'm Dr. Molina Khanna. I'm a practicing gastroenterologist as well as a secretary of Mumbai Kidney Foundation. And today I'll be talking on work-life balance. So work-life balance is typically defined as the amount of time you spend doing your job versus the amount of time you spend with your loved ones, your responsibilities towards them, and also for personal care, pursuing hobbies and interests, which may or may not be linked to your career. So why is it important? Improving your work-life balance can potentially improve your overall well-being, including your physical, emotional, and mental health. Burnout amongst physicians is not uncommon, and this can be prevented with a good work-life balance. Besides, problems with the work-life balance does not only affect you, but also affects other members of your family, like your spouse, your children, and sometimes even your parents. Though having a good work-life balance will have similar general principles for all careers and both the genders, some specifics would differ. Medical professionals do not generally have the luxury of working from home, even though COVID did bring in online consults. But post-COVID, this doesn't seem to have sustained to a great degree. Also, medical emergencies ensure that you remain at the beck and call of your professional obligations, even when you're off duty. Doctors need to be more accessible, causing a disproportionate amount of time to be spent on work. For a physician, this can be a tightrope. Work-life balance means having enough time to be a good physician and still have enough time to be with your family. For females, childbearing and child-rearing activities, as well as the daily running of the household, remains an important responsibility in most. And the biological clock is running in tandem with your career graph. So, as a senior practicing gastroenterologist, juggling career with family responsibilities, and one who has gone through this situation, I would like to put forth my viewpoints here. Certain important dictums to remember. Know your goals in life. How ambitious do you want to be? Are you ready for the trade-offs of less time for self and family? How does a life well lived looks to you? What is your definition of success? More patience, vast practice, more money, well known in your field, or having a decent practice with enough time for yourself and your family? Because you cannot have it all. Everyone has different levels of ambition. You be true to yours. Don't get that measure from someone else. Trying to do it all and expecting that it all can be done exactly right is a recipe for disaster and disappointment. Perfection is the enemy. Balance means making choices and enjoying those choices. A medical career could be a corporate hospital job, a medical college job, a private practice, a healthcare administration job, a researcher, or a varying mixture of all these. Choosing the job you do should be a decision depending on your dislikes and likes, but should also include practical considerations like emoluments, availability of time, and of course, the work-life balance it offers. Trying out different options is also okay. Each of us has our own unique trajectory of life. This unique nature of each of our lives and our fluctuating responsibilities means that work-life balance and work-life integration looks different for everyone. Also, It is a moving target, depending on your stage of life. So reflecting on it from time to time and making necessary changes to achieve your sense of work-life balance is required. So these are all the generalities which probably most of us are aware of. Let's get down to the specifics. For this, first of all, it is important to pause and look at your balance, the relative importance of your personal and professional life, and how this impacts you personally and emotionally. This in reflection will help you prioritize, because prioritization will help you achieve a balance. Taking care of yourself is a priority. You can only give the best to your job if you are the happiest and the healthiest you can be. Be flexible and respect your time off. Interruptions with calls, messages, including patient messages at any time of the day, are taken apart as a part of our job. This needs to be denormalized. Planning ways to tackle this could include, for example, having two phones, where one phone is always available for emergencies, and the second phone, which is accessible to everyone, including your patients, can be put off whenever you need your me time or family time. Routine messages can be handled by an RMO who can sift out the routine from the truly urgent. We have all become slaves to our mobile phones. Having a fixed time to look at messages, WhatsApp, etc., and to get calls about routine patient reports from hospitals will help to prevent work distractions during important life moments. Taking time off is also important for all of us. This could be in the middle of the day, an early evening off during a weekday, or a completely free weekend with friends and family, or a longish vacation. This could vary depending on your individual choices. Fortunately, taking vacations is no longer taken as something which is not to be done for a doctor. It is important to remember that being busy is not a badge of honor. It should be your choice. Also, life is not a competition with your other medical colleagues, and it is not about keeping up with the Joneses. Success is not only about achievements, but it is about living a joyful life. Another part of the problem is our habit of multitasking. This may be more common in females, but you are not truly multitasking when you think you are. You are just switching between tasks very quickly, which will be detrimental to the job on hand or your mental health. Let's talk about personal care now. And the most important here is your health and fitness. Exercise not only gives physical benefits, but can be effective stress reducer too. Dedicating some time to exercise, yoga, and meditation is really important. You may start small with breathing exercises during small intervals in the day. Incorporating exercise during travel to and from work, like walking part of the way, and quick 5-minute meditations sessions in between patients. Exercise can at times get monotonous, and this can lead to defaulting. For consistency, it is important to develop a habit, and this is possible only if you allocate a fixed time to it. Of course, having an exercise buddy also helps. And if this buddy is your spouse, this can serve as a double purpose of bonding and spending time together too. Having a passion helps. Keep your passion for non-medical interests alive. In the early years, this will be difficult, but don't let the spark die, because you should be able to rekindle it at any time you want to. Having a mentor is also useful. One of the best ways to inspire yourself to create better boundaries and a healthier balance is by learning from others who have won the struggle themselves. Also, it is important to think beyond societal norms and know what you really want. Wanting to or not wanting to have children is neither right nor wrong. It should be up to you and your spouse, what you want and what you need to cope with. Old societal norms can be challenged. When to plan a family should be a well thought out decision. The time should be dependent on your choices. Though, of course, you need to keep track of the biological clock too, especially for females. One need not stress over a year or two delay in career plans while planning your family, because career and life are two sides of a coin. For females, it is especially important to get family or other support. This is getting difficult due to a rise in the nuclear family structure. But having support of grandparents in bringing up children can be a win-win situation for all. Of course, this necessitates good and understanding between all the parties involved. Also, in India, we are blessed to have availability of good home health. It is a blessing. And we have very easily available domestic help, which career women can take full advantage of. And we should make use of this convenience. In fact, even having a backup household help helps. This can be possible if you have extra people on hand. So employing an extra person is definitely useful, especially if you have a demanding job. So whatever extra time you get on hand can be utilized to spend with your family, with your spouse and children, so that you are not burdened with routine household work, which can be easily managed by your domestic help. Also, it is important to get organizational support from your workplace, especially during pregnancy and early childhood periods. For this, sensitization of the concerned authorities is important, and hence this change has to come at the societal level. But this too can come in only when we, who are the affected parties, make an effort to bring about this change. Each life stage has different needs and a different definition of balance. Early in your career, the balance may tip towards work. Establishing a reputation through hard work early on in one's career seems to be a common experience among many newer physicians. That doesn't mean that work will remain the focus forever. Early on in your career, you may also be much more enthusiastic to give more time. This may, of course, wear off gradually, though the rate at which this happens will differ for different people. But the beginning of your career also corresponds to the time when you have a young family. So this can get difficult, and the balancing act can get really tricky. It is said that 75% of the time you get to spend with your children is within their first 12 years, and 90% is within their first 18 years. So the bonding time with your children cannot be postponed. It is then important to assess your priorities. What really matters to me, and where can I not compromise? Then, reflecting on what changes could help you align to your priorities you set yourself should help you reach your goal. The changes that you bring about should be a measure of your creativity. Think out of the box and do unconventional things. Of course, you need to be comfortable doing them. This could be cycling to work, walking to work, especially if it is possible to have a quick shower at your place of work. Having your child with the nanny come to you during your lunch hour. etc. Group practice is another important option to help you achieve this balance. Though abroad, group practice is not uncommon. In India, it definitely needs to take off. So experimenting in that direction may help you to find your equilibrium. So talking with people who have done this before will definitely help you in ironing out any difficulties which you may envisage. Don't say yes when you want to say no. Take commitments as per your own priority. Very often, we consent to do something because we think that saying no is awkward or we cannot displease someone. In the long run, this habit can become self-destructive. So to summarize, the key here remains the awareness of the problem. Only once you are aware can you take the necessary steps to tackle the issue. Prioritization is the need. Co-opting family on the home front and delegating work on the job front is important. Get a mentor or have a dialogue with your colleagues. Health and fitness are non-negotiable. Reframe and reclaim rest. Keep your passion alive in your work as well as in your hobbies. Family time should be sacrosanct. Use your creativity to deal with issues when you're doing the balancing act. And above all, have fun in your life. Live a joyful life. Thank you.